What's up, Doc?
Bugs Bunny taught me how to be evil. Who taught me how to be evil, really, though?
Your mom.
No.
Sorry. That was just
No. My mom taught me how to be not
good.
evil. I think I was born evil, and my mom taught me how not to be.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom, I think.
Rocket! And that's something I like to do.
We must apologize to the Germans.
Punch.
More enemy!
Punch. Hey, stop me. Alright. I was like, oh, screw it, I got more rockets to go, I'll just use them. And, let's see. Hey, hello. Hey, hold still.
That's better. Switch to sniper rifle.
Yeah. Anyway, oh crap, way back earlier in this episode I was talking about little quirks about multiplayer and its network coding.
Right, yeah, lag and crap
the thing
like
is,
that.
how it works is that if you go into your score sheet and look at the number on the far right next to your name, that is called your ping time, which is how long it takes for signals from your computer to reach the server. So, and here's the thing. And also, conversely, how long it takes for signals from the server to reach your computer. Which means that everything you're seeing on your computer is late by however long your ping time is.
And 100 counts for about a second, right?
100 counts for a tenth of a second.
A tenth of a second. Right.
And here's the thing.
Those tenths, they add up.
So so the server will be listening to your computer, and like when you fire a shot, it will take into account your position, the angle you were shooting at, and so what that means is overkill. What that means is that so if you shoot at like where a guy appears on your computer, the server will see you shooting at the place
where the guy was. But by the time the message that your computer sent to the server saying, "Hey, I shot at this spot," by the time the server gets that, that guy has moved. That's why you have to, if you know anything about playing in multiplayer on Halo 1, you know you have to lead.
You have to do ping leading.
You have to do ping leading.
Which so means that you shoot at where your opponent's going to be.
Or where you think your opponent is.
Where you think your opponent's going to be in your ping time. Yes, so it's like by the time the signal of you shooting at your opponent reaches the server will say, "Yep, you were shooting at that guy." But the thing is that the server will say, if you shoot at where your guy appears to be on your computer, the server will say, "No, you were shooting at where they were n number of milliseconds ago."
Yeah, this actually
is really annoying. It applies to pretty much everything. It applies to throwing grenades, so it means that you not only do you have to lead based on the velocity of the grenade, you also have to lead...
the length of the fuse.
Yes, you also have to lead based on where your opponent's going to be in the given ping time.
It sounds really complicated, but I find that with everything except for actually shooting people, you get used to it. You just get, especially if you play on servers with a consistent kind of lag time. I try to play on servers
where the ping time doesn't fluctuate between say 64 and 389.
Yeah, I try to play on servers where the ping time is fairly steady.
Yes.
I think that's more important than trying to get the lowest ping time ever. My ideal ping time is between 100 and 0, but it's really kind of rare to get that. So I don't like to play on servers where the ping time is over 200 though. Then it gets not fun.
Also, the ping time, it can get pretty perverse. Because, especially in close combat, because if you're backpedaling and the opponent's running straight at you, in order to ping lead, you'll have to be shooting exactly where you are standing.
Yeah.
Because that's where the opponent is going to be by the time the message of you shooting reaches the server.
Yeah. So don't run backwards.
Run forwards. It'll make it hard. Run straight at people when you're.
Don't run straight at people. Run toward people. Don't run at them straight.
But run towards people when you're in close quarters combat, because at that point you'll actually be according to their computer, you'll be behind them, and so it's
Yeah. Oh god, you can get such crazy. I mean, I'm talking about this, but probably some of you guys have experienced this in multiplayer. The craziness that can happen with because of lag, like getting hit by a rocket and then like nothing happens. It's like you see the rocket collide with your head, and you're like, oh crap. And then the server goes, oh wait, that rocket actually missed you entirely, and you just go on your merry way.
Yeah.
And you know that the person who shot that rocket
failed at ping leading.
The person who shot that rocket is going, ah! Because I've done that too. I've like shot like really far off, like really long shot rockets, and I see them hit the guy exactly, and I'm like, oh shit. Because I know it's not gonna work, because they hit the guy where I thought the guy was, but not where the server thought it was. Just, no, this is why I don't play combat games on multiplayer, because it really affects combat the most. I like playing race, where the ping actually affects the way you interact with the environment much less.
Yes.
Because the environment doesn't move.
Yeah.
It can still trip you up if it's getting up into the...
Can I bring up another little thing? For all you people who are gunning in a Warthog, you have to keep in mind, not only do you have to ping lead based on shooting where... so that your opponent will... shooting like by leading by where your opponent's going to be by the time your message reaches the server. Ooh, super fast speed! Yay, getting ammo. And super fast speed again? Whee! I'm so glad I figured out how to do that. Anyway, not only do you have to ping lead
on where your enemy is going to be, you have to ping lead based on where you're going to be.
Based on how your driver is moving the Warthog.
Yeah.
So, for example, it's like if your driver is driving forward, you have to take into account that the server is going to like say, okay, so now your body is here when you shot, and it just gets so complicated. It's like
I just press the fire button randomly, and sometimes people fall down, and sometimes I'm the one that falls down, but I come back again.
So it's kind of like the thing is that when you shoot, when you're in the gunner seat of a moving Warthog, it's like by the time the message of you firing reaches the server, you've kind of been carried forward a bit so that it's like if you're shooting straight at, there's like, if your driver is driving to the right, driving across an opponent to the right, and you're...
Don't try to explain this. You're using hand gestures that they can't see. We'll have to no. I mean, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. And they changed it in Halo 2.
In Halo 2, it got a little better, I think. From what I've observed, but then Halo 2 has other problems.
Like the fact that it's not available on the Macintosh.
And it has ridiculous auto-aim.
Yeah.
Auto-aim...
Hey! No one makes the perfect game, so...
I call the auto-aim auto-miss, and here I just picked up that plasma rifle because the rattling noise was pissing me off.
I've heard about auto-aim so much.
I hate it.
I hear auto-aim and I'm just like, it's ears off. I'm sorry, he goes on about auto-aim all the time.
Game developers, it doesn't matter if you're making the game for thumbsticks where it's a less
Halo was originally made for a console game.
Yes.
It was adapted for the PC.
Yes, but here's the thing, on Halo, all they did for auto-aim is that they didn't actually make the reticle move, they just gave you slightly magnetic bolts that would just like curve just a bit in order to hit stuff.
That explains all the lucky shots I kept getting.
Yeah, but in Halo for the PC, they took that out.
What?
Yes.
Weird.
All the auto-aim stuff that they had in Halo 1 for the Xbox, they took out when it was ported to PC and Macintosh. So it's like...
Oh, wait, no, so they took out the auto-aim stuff when they ported it to PC and Macintosh?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were saying the other way around, that they put the auto-aim in for PC and Macintosh.
No.
That made no sense to my face.
They didn't do that.
What are you guys doing? Is that legal?
Yes.
I thought that Halo had a strict PG-only policy for what aliens are supposed to be able to do in public. It's like Anthrocon or something. Unless it's past a certain time of night, in which case all bets are off!
I love the pistol.
It is your special friend, and you just shot at a dead body.
Yeah, but it's like, it was such a big cluster, I could not tell which ones were alive and which ones were dead.